One who he's done this kind of rescue mission in minor league cricket, but this is a whole new challenge for him. A strike rate of 113 will have to come in handy. Off the mark there. Again, Jack Edwards is just starting to watch partners fall away. This was just a moment ago. House trying to get in, but can only find Xavier Bartlett.
Yeah, you can see he's reaching for the ball. It's not in control of the shot. It's well in front of his body.
And yeah, of course, Hassan Khan. What can't he do? Brilliant with the bat, and now 2 wickets in the space of just 3 deliveries.
Won't be impressed, Ricky Ponting, that is for sure, because they were in such a good position. 97 for 1, and it's changed dramatically. Credit has to go to the Unicorns. 113 is on the board. Edwards makes 21.
New man, Mukhtar Ahmed, he saw really a revitalization last season with what he was able to do. That strike rate in Major League Cricket of 122, but last season was able to really pile on the runs, striking it upwards of 130. Natalie Germanos, we've seen a cascade of wickets, haven't we? And you've noticed something here in the little interval.
Well, I'm just wondering if it's since it's gotten completely dark. So the sunset's quite late here, and it's quite light for a long period of time going into this innings. And I'm just wondering if that's now had some sort of effect on conditions from a batting perspective. Obviously, it would have cooled off for 1, so it's gotten a little bit cooler. I wonder if that's maybe made it just stick in the surface a little bit, and that the timing is not quite there for the batters. So since these lights have taken over, I'm just wondering how much that's changed the conditions. Carmine LaRue now back in attack.
We've seen the struggles definitely straight away. 5 wickets, 15 deliveries. And now if you're Washington, you're off to such a great start in this darkness, and you see over to the right of your screen how much darker it truly is. How do you rebuild when you've lost most of those overseas? 7 to 15, 25 for 5. That's not winning too many T20 matches. This pair felt so much pressure last season, and they're in because of this. Hassan Khan has just started to create havoc. Well, if you want to see the Oakland Coliseum and get here in person, head over to tickets.majorleaguecricket.com. Tomorrow, MI New York taking on the Texas Super Kings. That'll be an affair to witness. So again, head over to tickets.majorleaguecricket.com and get to be a part of this historic venue. Being out there in the crowd these past couple of overs, it's been unbelievable, the energy and excitement around. Edged and gone, Carmine LaRue. He gets through Ovis Pinar, and the San Francisco Unicorns are up and about.
South Africa versus South Africa. Ovis Pinar from Bloemfontein, not working out for him against Carmine LaRue. Both have settled here in the US and have carved out nice little careers for themselves in the US of A, but it's Carmine LaRue who wins this battle tonight. Starting to fall apart for the defending champions. 7 down, Pienaar adds 2. Interested to see how it goes along in the next few days in terms of the conditions, and if when the lights really properly take over, if it always has an effect.
Ian Holland, new man in, very inventive in the way he plays, so for him to attack behind the wicketkeeper, you see Carmine LaRue adjusting the field accordingly. Well taken. To your point about even the out conditions, even the lengths that we've seen from the Unicorns have been much better on a length, slower deliveries into the wicket, and that seems to be more fruitful. Hassan Khans, the Carmine LaRues, they're being rewarded for that hard length.
We spoke about it quite a bit when Washington Freedom had the ball in hand, is the lengths that they bowled was not enough of that slightly shorter length, the back of a length delivery into the surface, and trying also the change-ups. It wasn't quite enough of that. Of course, you have to give Fernando a lot of credit for how he played. He just batted so well. He was very clever in how he approached his innings, and he sized up the conditions nicely.
Another for Carmine LaRue. Yes, indeed, the San Francisco Unicorns in front of their home fans. First time in the Coliseum, and a victory looming.
Smart bowling, and it was smart because before the delivery, he set the field back on the leg side. Everybody was on the boundary. So I'm just wondering if maybe he was expecting a slightly different delivery. This had a little bit of lift just outside the off stump. Beautifully bowled, nicely set up by Carmine LaRue. He knew what he wanted to do. Another batter goes, the procession continues, 1 for Mukhtar. Balls. We've had 7 wickets. It's unbelievable how this has changed around so quickly. Brilliant by the home side.
A tame end to an eventful over, to say the least. 10 overs gone, 118 for 8.
Such an incredible power play, Washington Freedom. They were well ahead of what the Unicorns had after the first 6 overs, and they were in control. So the Unicorns had to do something a little different. They've been disciplined in their bowling. They found a good length. Just wonder how much the conditions may have changed since these lights have fully taken over. And it's just gotten a little cooler as well.
Could have been close. I think he's made it home. Always pressure on. Natalie Germanos, I'm not sure if you know much about the Oakland Athletics, but back in 1973, a pitcher by the name of Rolly Finger was lighting up a storm, and it feels like that's what's been happening for the Unicorns.
A little bit of research knowing I was coming here, but also obviously watched the movie Moneyball. Loved that. It was very interesting because I'm very interested in stats and learning about baseball itself, but also, you know, the city that we were traveling to.
Arias trying to just heave it over. That fine leg fielder. Been quite brilliant this Coliseum. The folks in the stands are loving it. A real atmosphere being brought into Major League Cricket. High. And dropped. It's the captain, Corey Anderson. He's made a meal of it. It's an absolute dolly. And we'll have to wait on for wicket number 9.
Just didn't look like he got into the right position. I wonder if maybe he just lost a little bit in the lights. The lights here are relatively lowish. And yeah, his hands was all wrong. I just wonder if maybe lost it in the lights. And oh dear, now we're seeing a mistake in the field. That is poor. We've seen such a good passage of play for the Unicorns. We had this. Hands were all over the place and also lost his footing as well. Didn't help Anderson. Needed to stay on his feet. And then we had the fumble after that, which lit through the boundary.
Another chance, another chance. This time he holds on. Jake Fraser-McGurk, no mistake in the deep, and Hassan Khan gets a well-deserved 3rd wicket.
He's a very, very good fielder is Jake Fraser-McGurk. Really good, cognizant clutch catch. How calm he is underneath this. We've just seen a drop catch, a fumble in the field. Look how good he makes his ground, eyes on the ball all the time. Very good by Jake Fraser-McGurk. He's an excellent boundary fielder, moves well in the field. And now 9 down, they're just 1 away in Holland and 6.
Volker, hello, welcome to Major League Cricket with the bat. Close of over number 11, another wicket follows, 125 for 9. How stark a difference the top 3 to the remainder of that card is. Not a single score in double figures as Haris Rauf will come in to, hopefully for the Unicorns, finish things off. Pretty good this, isn't it, from the San Francisco Unicorns. Just had that something to prove, didn't they? Having lost the final to the Freedom, coming back with that little vengeance on home soil.
You always want to start a tournament off with a win, don't you? It's a long way to go in the tournament, but there's a lot to take out of today for the Unicorns. I'll be very happy, of course, with how they batted. Fenella in particular was a massive standout. The bowlers have done a really good job. And we spoke about this earlier. Bowlers generally win you tournaments. Bowlers have been good today.
Well, Saurabh Volker will get off the mark in between first slip and the keeper, and a wry smile for number 11.
Well, it might be unorthodox, but it's a